Everyone, welcome to this session on quick charts. Now, data can at times look quite boring, and that's why we need to visualize it better, and that's where charts come into the picture. So, let's take this data set, okay? Let me just zoom it a little bit. Okay. So, this column A represents the different things that I've purchased this month. Column B is the price, and column C is the quantity. Okay. So I want to represent all of these in a much more better format, maybe a good chart. Okay. So I select all of this way. Okay. I can also simply click over here, which selects all the rows and all the columns. In this case, I'm just selecting the specific thing. I go to insert and then I click on chart. Okay. Now, Google Sheets has understood in its best way how it wants to represent this data. Over here, now to look at anything properly, you can simply double click on the particular chart, all right? And this opens the chart editor. So let me just resize this a little bit. Okay. So over here, it has automatically chosen a pie chart. Let us switch to a bar chart because that is what we want. Okay. So this is a bar chart or column chart as it calls it. Okay. So now this x axis is represented by these labels and what are these purchases. You can change things as you want. You can choose a different column in your x axis, but we want exactly this. So the blue bar is for the price as it shows over here. The red bar is for the quantity. Okay. This Google Sheets has picked on its own. You can of course choose to change these things. Let's say I do not want quantity. Okay. So I'll just remove it. Now it'll just show me the different prices. Okay. Now this label seems wrong. So I can either double click and I can edit this, or customize also allows me to do exactly this. So I go to customize, I go to chart, and chart title I can change it to just uh last month purchases. Hit enter. That would change the name. Okay. Similarly, now we think that no, maybe I also need the quantity that was purchased. So I can click on add series and I can also select quantity. Okay, and this is auto adjusted the headers. It is automatically allotted a particular color to this bar, all of which you can customize in this customize option. Apart from that, there are some also cool additions. For example, in chart style, you can create a 3D model out of it rather than a 2D model. Okay. Then over here, you can change the different format. For example, the title format is by default in this. Let's say we want it in this format. Automatically, the formats will change. These visuals might be very important for some people. For a lot of people, they are not important. I just like to represent all the things in front of you, and of course, you data analysts, you guys can decide what is important. Apart from that, you can also adjust the horizontal axes. You can reverse the order of the axis on how you want to represent things. As you can see over here, you reverse the order. On the other hand, you can also adjust how you want this legend to be shown. For example, this particular thing is called the legend, which tells you what are these different columns representing. There are a lot of formatting options over here. I'll not go into the details of all of them. We will cover tables and charts much better when we look at it in the next assignment, pivot tables and charts. But before that, we need to understand a few more things around filters and formulas. So I'll see you in those videos. And after that, we'll look into much more complex calculations around these charts. All right. See you in the next one.